Hi everyone, it's Caitlin from Really Big Plant, and for today's video we are going to be doing a subscription box unboxing from Hirt's Gardens. So it's called Hirt's Box Botany, and I am subscribed to their annual subscription box. So this is going to be my 9th month, I believe. This is the April box. I've done several months of this subscription box already, and it's been really fun to open up these boxes and see what's inside. My husband signed me up for this subscription as a present actually, and I would never have picked a subscription box service for myself, but I actually been really enjoying doing it, so it's been really fun. He actually signed me up for this service knowing that I'd had a bad experience with Hirt's previously and wanted to see what happened, so here we are. The other thing is, I just want to apologize for the lighting right now. It's nighttime and I'm just working with what I've got. This time, it feels like from the weight of this package that there is probably a pot in this box or something, or if it's not a pot, they packed a brick in here because it's pretty heavy this time. So I'm excited to open it up and see what's inside. The subscription is supposed to come with a 6-inch plant, but sometimes it's a 4-inch plant and a 2-inch plant. And according to the description, it's supposed to sometimes come with extras like a pot, or I think they said plant-specific fertilizer, which has never shown up, but that would be interesting too. So let's see what we've got. I have this upstairs neighbor situation where there are these noises that happen, and they're very specific weird sounds. So if you hear weird rhythmic banging, but probably not that type of banging, just my upstairs neighbors. Okay, I hope this was meant to be this short and it's not just crushed inside this box because it only takes up half the space. I really hope that's not a crushed plant. Okay. It's very dirty, so there's dirt everywhere, but sometimes that just happens. Okay, so we got a terracotta pot, and yeah, this is a Peperomia obtusifolia variegata. It's got the white edge type. It's pretty dirty, I need to clean it off. Usually comes with a little piece of paper that says something about the plant, but I guess this month it didn't come with anything. They put in a pot instead. So I guess I'll take a pot over the little descriptor. But yeah, this is actually a plant that I don't have already. I do have another Peperomia obtusifolia variegated version, but it's actually a different kind of variegation than this plant. It's actually right over there, I'll just grab it. So this one is the Peperomia obtusifolia marble, which has more of like a marble pattern, and then this one is just, I think it's just called the variegated form, although it might also have a cultivar name like Golden Gate or something like that, but I can't completely remember. But yeah, the Peperomias honestly have kind of eluded me in terms of care. I actually don't have many of them. I have some Peperomia prostrata, string of turtles, but I thought that I couldn't figure out how to care for Peperomias, but I realized after recently getting a different little Peperomia and paying more attention to it that I probably have always just been underwatering them. So I've realized that a lot of advice for Peperomias, when you look up Peperomia care, when people tell you how to treat them, they tell you to really let them dry out and to definitely not overwater them. And I guess I really took that advice to heart and super underwatered every Peperomia I've ever had. So until kind of recently, I've been a killer of Peperomias. So I guess it's good that Hirt sent me this one because I kind of tend to stay away from them in stores just because I've killed more Peperomias probably than other types of plants, and so I wouldn't be buying another one myself. But this is a really good opportunity to test my theory that I've always just underwatered Peperomias to death and see if I can take care of this one. So it's a little bit crumpled and sad and rumpled up from shipping. This plant did get crushed, but it does to me look luckily like nothing really got too broken. There are a couple of rogue leaves, but that's to be expected with any shipped plant. I'm gonna just go wash it real quick. Is it showable over there? No? Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so I washed off the plant I feel like we're looking a lot better now. Now I'm just gonna wait and hope that this plant straightens out a little bit. One of the things about peperomia that people wonder about are the little flowers. I found that peperomias actually tend to flower more frequently indoors than a lot of other indoor houseplants. And the flower actually looks like a funny little rat tail. In the store I work in, a lot of people come in and ask what is wrong with their plant because it started making these little squiggly things that they can't recognize that don't turn into leaves, and those are actually the flowers. They are relatively short-lived compared to the plant, so they grow and then they eventually sort of shrivel up and just fall off. So that's normal too. If you're a person who likes those, if they fall off your plant, it's not like there's something wrong with your plant or you did anything wrong. Flowers just tend to have a shorter life cycle than the foliage. The other thing I wanted to do was just follow up on last month's plants a little bit. So I've got the Xerographica air plant sitting right here, and some of the leaves that were problematic in the unboxing last time definitely have shriveled up and died off, but the plant is overall doing pretty well. One of the things that I just did want to say, I was watching back the video from last time and reading some of the comments about air plants, and I realized that I might have been a little bit misleading. One of the things that I mentioned last month is the difference between xeric and mesic air plants. Xeric air plants being more from dry desert climates where they get bright sun and not a lot of moisture, and mesic air plants, the type that are pure green and don't have the white powdery coating, are from more humid environments, and they do prefer more frequent watering. I said that the xeric air plants don't actually like to be soaked, they just like to be misted, and that's something that I've found to be true for myself. But I live in San Francisco and I do have relatively high humidity, ambient humidity, just all of the time. And so I know that that definitely benefits my air plants. But if you live in a really dry climate, you probably are going to need to be soaking your air plants. I'm not completely sure what your situation is going to be, but I don't want to mislead you into thinking that you shouldn't be watering your air plants, because they definitely do still need water, and I do still occasionally soak my xeric type air plants. I just don't let them be as drenched or soak them quite as often as some of the mesic types. So just a note about air plants, don't want to mislead anyone. Definitely still water them, especially if you live somewhere where it's really dry. And then the other plant that I wanted to follow up with and show you is the croton. So here it is. I've got it in this bag because I was worried about it having a spider mite outbreak, but didn't feel like I could get it close enough to the bright window without putting it too close to some of my other plants that I care a lot about. So I opted for this bag solution where I put it in here inside this plastic bag where it's contained, so it's not spreading any spider mites, and it's also getting high humidity, which is one of the things that it likes. So this was meant to be a temporary solution, but it's been in here for a little while now and it's doing pretty well. So there's my little croton from last month. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear if you have experience with peperomias and what your opinion is on peperomia care, if you find them easy or hard to care for, because I kind of feel like I'm the only person who struggles with peperomias. So let me know what your experience has been like. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.